Mod time is here for Farmlands 25, and today we got some good ones to take a look at. In total, 17 mods released, all platforms, 7 new and 9 updates. And PC Mac players got 1 new. As per usual, check those timestamps to see what you want to see first. And let's jump right in. Future DJ here, just a quick heads up. The map that we're going to talk about today was removed from consoles, originally released for consoles and all platforms. It has now been removed as PC only. The reason for this, there's a saving issue on consoles. It does sound like it'll be back in a couple days, so we're still going to talk about it, and it's still out now for PC. Let's start them off. We have a new logging map. I don't know how to say this one, so AI does it for me. It is
Palatinate.
Which in English is
Palatinate,
which is the way that I read it, which is absolutely incorrect. Nonetheless, this is a very, 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 very big logging map. It's also super duper high quality, and you may also notice by the lack of frames that I get whenever I look around. Yeah, there's a bunch of trees. There's 82,000. That's too many. Let's go in here. I get better FPS in here so you can see. We have real life terrain, real life roads and pathways, 52 forestry sections, 2 purchasable production areas, 4 sell outlets, I guess sell points. Just translated, it is what it is. 2 pre-built farms and 35 spots for transport missions, which is very, very cool. If we jump over here to said transport missions, you can see we have quite a few already. I fast forwarded time 2 hours, so I'm currently at 10 a.m. in the game, if that helps you out. None active, at least, to start with. Down here, so like right through the middle where the river is, this is really neat. But there is one thing to note, because that road is, well, interesting, no splines for helpers or pathways, nothing like that has been added, so you're not going to find any, like, help or go to, that kind of thing. If you plow up a field, they'll do that, but they're not going to go from point A to point B. As far as crops, no new crops have been added. As you can see, there are no fields either. Now, farmland, we do have, I believe it's 3 bits of farmland. So we've got a wee little bit over here with farmland number 20. Then we got a little bit right here, which I have no idea what that's actually part of because there's no number on it. But I guess it's farmland 19 because this and this are connected through Bluetooth, I think. Jumping down into the valley, we can kind of take a look through here. Again, it is very well done, super high quality. It's very, very beautiful. I'm really digging just the whole setup, the way everything looks. You know, it looks kind of real. You know, it's like a little area out in the middle of nowhere. That's a tree. Bad place to stop. It's a little area out in the middle of nowhere. It's very, very cool. Continuing along the pathway here, you can see down to our right, we do have the water down here. Nice sound as well. Trees are going. Love that right there. That looks good. I could just imagine this would be a really cool place, like between a big city and, I don't know, a ski resort or something. If we go up a little bit, we could just see how windy everything is, but we do have the roads and pathways and stuff that do follow along this this area. So there you go. Right behind us here. Oh, we do have a field. I didn't think we had a field. No, we have a field. There's a field. It was hiding. I guess this is the one field. If you're hoping to have mountain goats or anything, probably not, because there is no animal dealer on this map. So they have not included an animal dealer. I guess it just is what it is. If you were curious, here is your crop calendar. So nothing wild and crazy through there. Obviously, no animals. We already showed off contracts. As far as productions, there are none that are owned, but we do have 2 sawmills, a large one and a smaller one. As far as all of your goodies through here, obviously that's pretty normal stuff. And then if we take a look at what we've got, it's not a lot, to be fair. But I think for a logging map, it's just enough to get you from point A to point B. I think the thing that got me, though, was the 7 required mods on a logging map. So there you go. There's your 7 required mods. I think 3 or 4 of them are fences. Now we jump over to vehicles. From Hispana Modding, we have a pack of Manitous. We have the 625 as well as the 737. It's an airplane. Over here at the store with the smaller 625, you got 75 horsepower on here. We've got a Michelin set, a Midas set, and a Vredestein set of tires. Window tinting from 0 to 100 in 25 increments, and then we have colors for all the stuff. This is going to include that main red. We have design color here. We'll check it out. Pink. That's a lot of it. Door, grid, fenders, and rim colors as well. Jumping over here to this guy, the 737. Pretty much the same thing. We have a Trelleborg, Michelin, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, and Nokian set of tires. So full tractor set there. That's pretty cool. And then we have the same window tinting and all of the main colors and stuff. We don't have any animations for these, but you can get an idea of the size difference between the two just from checking this part out right here. Looks very, very good. But we do have, like, extendo. Everything goes well. Looking very good. It's actually quite a good extension on the telehandler. And as always, we have multiple steering from all-wheel, front wheel, and crab left and right. Next one on our list, we have the Amazon Zats, or ZATS 6000 Multispreader. This is from Mac Juggernaut 2, so I think we could probably expect some wild and crazy stuff going on with it. We do have it working with markers, which help you out and show you exactly where everything is. And then we've got either 6,000 or 50,000 unrealistic capacity on there. Capacities will be for solid fertilizer, lime, and salt. So you will be able to do all of these all at once. 54 meter working with at 24 miles an hour. It's a pretty wild piece of kit. We do have all the colors, but there's only one that matters naturally. Chassis, cover, and then we have the width marker colors as well. I'm going to change that up to green number 2, aka toothpaste tractor, because I really want to see what's up with this thing. So check this out. I don't know if you can see, but on the right hand and left hand side of the screen, we've got those markers. They are in toothpaste tractor green, and there they are. They do float a little bit above everything. Let's see if I lower that. Do these lower as well? Yes, they do. All right, very cool. They are pretty bright, so you should be able to see them a-okay just fine. We've got, let's see, 54 meter spread here, and we got lime in there. Let's see, do the markers line up perfectly? Yes, they do. It's just about to do this whole field. Plus, because it goes fast, you don't have to worry about trying to run an unrealistic setup, because it already is unrealistic. It just works. This is very cool if you guys are on console especially, and you want to get stuff done a little bit quicker, a little bit more fun. You can use the colors you want, and it doesn't weigh anything. Man, this is the way to go for sure. And our last 4 mods are all placeables. The first one is grain, flake, and porridge production. It's pretty neat, so it adds quite a bit. We have 2 new productions with 13 new products between the 2 of them. If we pop in and take a look, I forgot we have to hit pause twice every time I go in on PC. So we'll start with the grain flake production. So in here we have oat, rice, rice flake with both kinds of rice, sorghum, and wheat. And what that's going to do is you have like 12 wheat, for example, and then we get 11 wheat flake out and 1 pig food. So you will be getting a little bit extra pig food as well. I imagine all of these are going to be exactly like that. Yep, yes they are. So once we've got that, then we go over to our porridge production. In here, we will need the flakes, so the oat, the rice, sorghum, and wheat. We will need all of that, including chocolate, honey, strawberries, and water. And from that, we get to make quite a few different things. We have a 3-grain porridge, fruity oat, fruity rice, fruity sorghum, fruity wheat, sweet oat, sweet rice, sweet sorghum, and sweet wheat. Say that twice as fast. For example, let's find ourselves one, the sweet wheat. Looks like we're going to be 11.56 wheat flake, 1. Nothing honey, I guess, 1.38 chocolate, and 65 water. Goodness gracious. I guess you do need water to boil everything, huh? And then you get 50 sweet wheat porridge out. Goodness gracious. Oh, these are a lot of words I don't normally say. I'm doing my best. It's cracking me up. It is what it is. Nonetheless, yeah, there you go. The capacities are pretty high. I'll give it to it. Let's see. Let's go and take a look at the sweet wheat porridge and see what kind of prices we're looking at here. There it is. So we're looking around $5,300 for our porridges, including the fruity one as well. Oat flake just by itself. Just wanted to go with like a we'll say wheat flake. So $2,300. Okay, not too bad. That would basically be taking the place of flour, which is about $1,000 less per 1,000 liters. So not too bad on the pricing here. Next up, we have a massive silo system from Caster DS Agrar Service. They are known for bringing some pretty wild and crazy setups, and This is no different. So think of this as like 3 parts. You've got the silo itself, which is going to be these 2 parts in the front. And with those parts, you've got some capacity. So we have 100,000 liters here, and we've got 100,000 liters here. So you can kind of pick the one that you like. Then you go and pick the bins that you like. So we jump into silo extensions, and we've got a whole bunch of them. As a matter of fact, that whole front row right there is going to be all bins. And cool thing is, we have colors. Yes, you can change up the colors. They do look old as well, which is very, very neat. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then behind that, we have a system of other silos, which are in the container category, which can be filled with one thing. You can dump stuff in them, fill them up, all that good stuff. But as you can see here, you can do all that. Actually, I am a little bit curious. Can we like fill this up? Let's see, this holds, was it 50,000 liters? What if we filled it up with like 10,000 liters of pig food, right? And then can we fill it up with other stuff? No! Boo. No, it is what it is. I wasn't expecting it, but you know, it is what it is. As far as capacities, they range. They range, baby. All the way from like a 20,000. Let's see, we got 40, 50, 30, 20, 30, 40, 50. There's a bunch, you know. There's a whole lot of them, and it just depends on kind of which way you're going with it. So you've got all that. But again, like I said, if you want to run it with like a silo, well, just get yourself one of these 2 pieces and then add your stuff behind it. Otherwise, you could just go with one of these, or you could do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It is all good. And if that wasn't big enough, well, then go with this one, the Silo's VTC Plus Extension. Holy cow. You got a bunch. Oh, that's a wall. You got a bunch, and there's a bunch of extensions as well. Look, it takes up my whole testing area. Today I started, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it on Riverbend. I'm not going to worry about jumping onto 4 fields. We don't need to be on the placeable area for 4 fields. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We absolutely did. This still would have taken up a bunch of space. Capacities are very, very, very easy to remember. For the single, sorry, we're extensions. Start that over. With the single, $32,000, 110,000 liters. Then we go over the 2. You double it. And then you triple it. And then you quadruple it. Ho, 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 ho. And then, if you want the extensions, well, you just simply jump over to those. And the extension is the same as the silo. Easy. Everything's 110,000 liters, and you just go up from there. Pricing stays flat. They just doubled, tripled, and quadrupled it. Nice and easy. All right, moving on. I guess really ending, not really moving on. Bunker, silo, Bale, storage. This is kind of neat. This is a very, very large setup right here. It's going to cost you 12 grand. That's it. It also looks old, which, again, big fan of like that. It can be found in silos, just like everything. This is going to be your chaff silo. I don't know how much it holds, but it holds a lot. A lot. I guess we could kind of make an inferred judgment on that. It's about the same size as the larger one in game, which I also don't know how much it holds. So there's that. But I do know how many bales this will hold. It's over 1,000. I think it's 1,056. There you go. So we would come around here, drop them, and the bales get stacked up. How neat is that? I think that's super duper cool. So like this whole bunker in here could just be filled up with bales. It was awesome. So cool. And because we've got this area in the middle where we could drive up and drop everything off, you could even probably get in here and dump into the silo as well. That's so cool. Now let's talk about updates for all platforms. First one is BR163MS Brazil. This will be version 1001. They fixed some misplaced objects, fixed the duplicate silo on the main farm, reduced the bridge construction time by 30%, reduced the deformation of the main dirt texture when dry, changed the size of the decorative grass to avoid issues with animal pens, and it is now possible to sell containers at the sawmill. They also mentioned that a new save game is not required. We also got got an update to the map Farmlands. This will be version 101. A new save game is required for this update, and I appreciate the modder putting that first. Train export sell points have been completely redone, and the belt system and auger are no longer needed. The plan menu in-game has been fixed, and US and EU plans have been added. Some golden apple collectibles have been repositioned so that they could be picked up. Some of them were unattainable at the time. Borders between farmlands have been repainted to resemble a more natural landscape. Sawmill farmland is now available for purchase. Purchased separately from the sawmill itself. Decoration items cannot be sold or removed, which is kind of stinky, but is what it is. And the blue fertilizer overlay on farmland number 1 was visible in the in-game menu and has been removed as no fields are on farmland number 1. Next up, the Fendt 700 Vario series. This update includes generation 7.1, so we have the 720 through the 726 gen 7.1. Very cool there. They've also added display configuration, dashboard live, automatic dark mode, IC dark mode, and DBL, which does require dashboard live and dashboard live vanilla vehicles. Additionally, we have sun visor and passenger seating now available through IC, and something down at the bottom. I don't know what that says. Tigo 100XR. I know what that says. This will be the update. Fix pickup animation. Next one is the Lizard DRG22. This update fixes the wobbly pivot point, added the construction logo, added water spraying system, improved the grabbing bells, and improved textures. And this update is similar. We have the Lizard MQP30. They've added the Lizard construction logo, same as before, added the water spraying system, improved the AI textures. They fixed the MQP color configuration that did not color the entire body, and fixed the WJAW color configuration that did not color the cylinder. Lastly, we have 3 updates for placeables. The Tailor Shop, they've got new translations added for Turkish, Croatian, and Finnish. Building pack was updated with collision on the farmhouse being fixed and texture error on the farmhouse being fixed. And lastly, the sheds package. They've added missing shadows to shed number 3. Lastly, today we have a new one for PC and Mac players. This is multiplayer vehicle keys. This multiplayer add-on allows players to remove the keys from a vehicle, preventing it from being driven by other players. Vehicles that have had their key removed will only be available for tabbing by the key holder. Key bindings, which are configurable in the control screen, are Alt plus E, as in elephant. Game settings, max keys set the number of vehicle keys each player can hold, which is 60. I also have a master key, which admins can use to directly access other vehicles from the same farm when the key owner is offline. Additionally, we have restore keys, which returns the keys of the current entered vehicle regardless of the user, and returns all vehicle keys regardless of the user if no vehicle is entered. If we scroll down a little bit, they do say that the mod is designed for multiplayer games only and will be disabled in single player mode. Can you imagine? Oh man, that would be wild. And that is it. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. Enjoy the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I posted Farm Some News really not that long ago when I'm releasing this one, so check that out if you haven't seen it. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Happy October to you. We'll see you in the next one.